Hello, thanks for joining me, and today we have another great fly. There, the camera suggested. Okay, we have a yellow MayFLy nymph here today. This is a perfect imitation of the beadus MayFLy. It has short fuzzy tails, very common in western, Midwest, and some eastern streams. Check your local area. It's probably there if you're in the United States. I do not know about Europe. I have a size 14 regular nymph hook. I just attached some 6/0 yellow thread. Okay, just bound that halfway down the shank, or start halfway down the shank. Wound it down to the barb. Here I have a pheasant leading feather, or main feather. This is off a regular neck pheasant. I just straightened the tips. These are going to be my little tails today. So, how many of these do you want? 4 to 6. You're going to want about the shanks. You're going to want the length. Oh, sorry, tongue twister. The length is from the eye of the hook to where your thread is. Okay, tie those guys in. Stop your thread at the 2/3 way mark. And I have some silver wire here. This is a medium fine. Tie that in. And your body for this fly is just your yellow thread. Your rib is obviously the silver. And I have my scissors here, I'll show you. So, just cover the body and wrap up until the point. Okay, from the point of the hook back is just going to remain the thinnest possible. From the point of the hook towards the 2/3 mark is where you're going to taper. And I think my camera is a little off focus there. Apologize for that. I'm just going to build my taper from the point of the hook to the 2/3 mark. That's just wrapping forward, making a taper. That's a pretty good taper. I'm going to take my wire, silver wire, I'm going to rib. I want pretty close ribbed on this guy. This is your weight. But please check out my rigging and fishing video on how to rig this magic MayFLy nymph. I'll show how I rig it in a trout expedition or trout fishing way. I had some success. Okay, I wrapped up. I'm just wrapping right here the 2/3 way to just behind the eye. This is just going to add a little weight and bulk. I just do this to make them bulletproof per se. I'll just tie it down, hold the eye of the hook, support it, break off the wire. As I was saying before, I had some recent success with this fly. My trout clean video. That was the video. I caught pretty much all these fish on this fly. So I have some 1/4 of an inch hairline light olive scudback. I just formed a triangle. The triangle should be about as long as the gap of the hook, generally speaking. Move my thread back, tie in just the tip of that triangle. Okay, next I have some wild ostrich herl in just a natural dun color or gray color. Strip off about 8 strands. I'm just going to even the tips, and I'll just chop the tips off so they're nice and even, so I can just tie those right in. Do a soft loop and pull them through, tying them down. Okay, at this point I'm going to switch to a 70 near black thread, because that is going to be the color of my head. The yellow thread was just the color of the body. So I just switched over to my black thread. And I'm just going to grab these ostrich herls, twist them around my thread just like you would peacock herl. So just tie right down. Tie down. My camera just focused itself there. Sorry about that. Okay, now it's back in focus. Okay, I just trimmed off my ostrich herl. I'm going to pull my shell back forward. And just trim it off. Okay. Next, I'm going to grab my pheasant tail fiber, and while I get that, you're going to use the same pheasant tail you used for a tail, and this is going to be the legs. You're going to want to select 3 to 2 to 4 on a size 14. I would recommend 3, size 16, 18. I would recommend 2. So clip those off, even tips, and you can see I'm just going to tie the tips in so they're just extending just beyond where the thorax or wing case begins. And just trim them off. Tilt the vise just a little. I did my near side first. I'm going to do the far side, which is you, the camera. Just tie those in. And just do a little half hitch, just to secure them. Okay, then just finish off the head a little. You can turn them out, do another half hitch or a whip finish. I don't do a whip finish on this fly because it's a little too small and too narrow a head. I'm going to super glue the head anyways. I have some Logitech super glue, easy brush. You can find this at any hardware store for about $3. Very cheap. Easy brush on applicator. Just gonna brush the head, and there you have the magic MayFLy Nymph in the yellow color. Very effective fly. And please check out the other video, which is the black MayFLy Nymph, and check out my rigging and fishing video of this fly. Thank you very much for joining me. Tight line solved.